Howdy friends, this is the 6-foot animated Soul Slasher from the Home Depot Halloween season 2024. In this video, I'm going to do a demo and give you a fair and honest review. If you would like to see a video on how to get him back in his box, I have that video. If you would like to see a video on how to assemble him, I have that video. But for now, let's take a look at his demo. Hey friends, I'm about to let the hat out of the bag. So let's talk about this guy. The Soul Slasher is, wow. That's gonna be my first reaction. So at $99, I really didn't know what to expect. Of course, it was online only at this point. It hasn't made it to stores. And he looked good online, but I really didn't know what to expect. I'm impressed. It's a budget prop. It doesn't have a lot of movements, but I'm impressed. This guy's pretty cool. So let's take a walk through what he's got going on. So this hat is really nice, and the hat has a wire brim. So if you want to shape this kind of hat up a different way, you know, knock your socks off. You're welcome to do that, and it holds really well. It's Velcro to the head, and it's a nice hat. I mean, it's really funky, but it's nice. So in this guy's face, it features red LED lights. I usually don't like red LED lights. It just turns me off. On this guy, it actually looks pretty good. I'm like, huh. I found a prop that I actually like the LED lights. And yeah, I think it looks really good. His face is pretty big, or let me rephrase that. His head is pretty big. It's bigger than my head. And that kind of surprises me too for a prop at this price range. This is a nice head. It's done really well. It is a hard plastic, but it has that burlap scarecrow kind of look to it. And I think it is done very nicely. You have some burlap here over the costume. If you watch the build video, you know that this costume has 2 layers all throughout it, and that just kind of surprised me too. So you have this outer layer, and then you have an inside layer that is this black material. And I'm not quite sure why they did that, but wow, I wasn't expecting that. So over here on this left hand, we have a weapon. So as you saw in the demo, he has this, I think it's a sickle. I think that's what you would call it. So he has a weapon going on over here. And of course on the right hand, you saw that right hand has that pointer where he does this kind of thing. So from a standpoint of his box, let's talk about that. So we have a step pad. We have the timer for the on and off, which, wow, $99 and he has the timer. That means that if you turn him on at 6 p.m., he shuts off at midnight, and then the next day he comes on at 6 p.m. as well. So he has a step pad, he has the timer mode, and then he has the LED lights only mode. So cool options at this great price point. His audio is loud. It has a volume control, but it is loud. Now, if you turn the audio up all the way where it's really loud, it's not as clear. But you can get it pretty loud and it still stays pretty clear. Now from a standpoint of his audio tracks, I want to talk in general about what Home Depot's done with some of these audio tracks this year. It really surprises me, and I love it. So he's spooky. He talks about coming after you. You know, he's gonna get you. He's using this pointer like, you better get out of here, you better run, because I'm coming for you. And we've had so many friendly props throughout the years, or just corny phrases. And this year, I am just keep hitting them from Home Depot that have these really scary soundtracks. He's one of them. He only has 2 phrases, at least that's what I count it, but they're not simple phrases. They're multiple sentences that he talks about. He's coming to get you and you better run. It's awesome. It's really awesome. And I love that scare factor that he's threatening that he's going to come after you as he points. I really didn't expect at this price point to have this arm go up and down. It's a really nice touch and you don't really expect it. So I want you to pay attention to his head. So I have the volume down, but he's speaking right now. Now look at the head. We're going to go right. We're going to go ahead and go left. How you doing? And then we're going right again. And he's coming left again. And he stops as he points. That's amazing. You know, so it's not just this random left and right just constantly looking, which doesn't really look good. He kind of has this randomization as he's speaking where, and it's not random, I'm sure it's timed, but it's just not that left and right is what I'm trying to say. And that really brings him to life. It's really creepy, it's really cool, and yeah, I dig him. Now from a build perspective, check out the build video. It's probably really short. I don't know right now when I'm filming this, but I bet you it's really short. And the reason I'm going to say that, super easy to put together. This is like, you want to learn how to do one of these, this is the one that you want to get because it comes almost fully assembled. You have the base, you have the leg poles, you have a waist that pops on, but this whole upper body, there's no shoulders, there's no back, it just drops. The whole upper body is one piece. You don't put on clothes, you don't attach the sensor wire, you just drop that whole upper body into the waist. That's it. And then of course you have the head and the hat and the arms, but that upper body comes very well assembled and it seems to be made very well. I'm actually really happy with this. So the sensor is located right here. So it's a different color, right? So it's black. It's a little different color than the rest of his material, but it's okay. It definitely does not show up, in my opinion. Let's take a look. Maybe it looks like a button, but it's not bad. So that's where your sensor is located. Now, I did talk about the build video about his pants, and let me go ahead and show you those pants. So first, let me start by saying there is nothing wrong with the pants as is. They look just fine. But if you go back and you look at my video on the Rick Ratman makeover, there's some really simple techniques on that video that you can use to enhance these pants. And I think it would be a really nice enhancement to get those pants looking like the rest of his costume. Okay, so that is tons of positive feedback. So now let me nitpick and tell you a little bit about just some things that I don't care for. Easy fixes, I just don't care for it. So the inside of his material is a lighter color than the outside. So you only see that in 2 places. You see that here on his left arm, and you see that, you can't see it, but at the bottom of his costume, the back, the tailcoat kind of runs down, and you see it there. I don't like that. I'm trying to think if I ever had clothes where there's a different color on the inside. Yeah, I guess suit jackets and things too. Anyway, I don't like it. I'm going to go ahead and just probably use a little spray paint just to kind of give it, I'll probably go with this color just to kind of give it a little contrast. That's really the only thing that I can say that I want to change on this. And that's the only thing that I wish that they would have done differently on this. Outside of that, this dude is good. His hands are a hard plastic as well, by the way, so no vinyl on this guy. He's going to last you a long time. So another positive thing that you saw in the demo video is he looks good underneath a lot of different light conditions. Some of the stuff that I show has a specific color that it kind of needs, in my opinion, to kind of make it pop. This guy looks good underneath any color. So here's what I'm going to tell you. He sounds good, he's easy to put together, he looks really cool, he seems to be well made, and he's 99 bucks. So you can't get it at the stores right now. It was a limited online only purchase. But when this guy comes to the stores, if you like this guy, go get him, because I have a funny feeling he's going to sell out fast for $99. And it is a great buy. So let me know in the comments, do you like this guy? I love him. I think he's going to look great. I don't really have a scene to put him in, but I'm going to figure that out. I hope you like this video. I hope you give me a like and consider subscribing. And until next time, stay spooky, my friends.